Welcome back to You Asked For It. For those of you here for the first time, You Asked For It is my weekly segment where I get information, inquiries, and questions from my social media fans and followers, and maybe some conversations that I'm a part of. And this week we're talking about how often should we bathe our dog? And this inquiry came from a pit bull group that I belong to, and there was some dialogue about how often people should actually bathe their dog. And my answer is probably going to surprise some people. Now everyone knows that I have pit bulls and we've always had pit bulls in our home, but what people don't know is that we've also had 4 Shih Tzus throughout our lives, and we still have our one little girl, Lily, who she's about 13 or 14 years old. So needless to say, we have short-haired, low-maintenance dogs, and then we have higher maintenance, longer-haired dogs. And the amount of maintenance a dog requires doesn't really change the fact that dogs really shouldn't be bathed that often. And when I say bathed, I mean overwhelmed with a lot of chemical shampoos or cheap shampoo products. And that doesn't mean we don't want to keep our dogs clean. Of course we do. It doesn't mean that we don't want to groom our dogs and keep their hair short, manageable, or at least brushing them every day so they're comfortable and their hair is flowing. But we don't want to overbathe our dogs. It's just not healthy for them. We'll start with our pit bulls because obviously they're short-haired and they're easier to maintain. We just don't bathe them a lot. I might bathe them 2 times a year. That doesn't mean I don't keep them clean. Of course I do. We brush them often, keep their nails in good shape, clean their ears, and we do all this naturally. In fact, I did another video on natural ear cleaning, which I'll throw up there. Pit bulls are pretty easy to keep clean. Even if they get a little dirty rolling around in the yard, a quick brush takes all that topical dirt off, keeps them from getting smelly. Could also give them apple cider vinegar and water wipe downs just to keep bacteria at bay. We bathe our pit bulls maybe twice a year. More often if they get dirty rolling around in the yard or in mud, or if we get dirty on a hike or something like that, then we may bathe them with shampoo. But for the most part, we're brushing them, maybe doing some superficial wipe downs just to keep them clean throughout the year. Like our Shih Tzus. Our Shih Tzus, we've had 4 Shih Tzus over the years since my wife and I have been married, and they require a lot more maintenance. Obviously, they're longer haired dogs, and I like to call them foofy dogs. And my wife, she actually loved to groom them, whether she was doing buzz cuts on them or letting their hair grow out and putting little cute bows in their hair. They're going to require more maintenance, but they were also well fed a high quality raw diet. They never smelled. And granted, if their hair was long and they ran around outside in the dirt and the mud, yeah, of course they'd get a little stinky. But a quick wash down and grooming and brushing, it takes that stuff right out. And I'm not going to get into how overbathing your dogs can actually damage the natural oils that come from their skin and keep their skin in, coat in tip-top shape. The fact is that there's some really good natural shampoos out there they're really non-invasive and truly natural. And they really are truly all natural, and they really don't do as much damage as older shampoos did. So the bottom line is you have to do what's right for your dog, right? If you have a dog that's active and out a lot and gets muddy and dirty a lot, then yeah, obviously there's going to require more bathing and more grooming. But you'd be surprised how a quick hose down and maybe an apple cider vinegar wipe down will keep all that bacteria and smell at bay. You don't always have to use shampoos for your dog. And use common sense, obviously. We don't want our dogs to get dirty. We don't want our long-haired dogs to get matted. We don't want our wrinkly dogs to, like Shar-Peis and Bulldogs. We don't want them to get yeasty in their folds. All the foofy dogs that I was talking about, obviously, there's certain aspects of grooming that are breed specific. So use common sense, but don't overbathe your dog if you don't have to. It's not healthy and it's not required. So my answer to that pit bull forum that I was on was very simple, is I bathe my pit bulls rarely. And our Shih Tzus have historically required more maintenance, obviously. So use your best judgment, and if you have to bathe your dog often, opt for a natural, non-invasive shampoo that's free of chemicals. And brush your dog regularly regardless of what breed you have. That's all for now. Thanks for stopping by. If you like what you see, consider subscribing to my channel if you want to stay up to date on dog training, dog health, dog care, or dog rescue. Click that bell so you get notified when I upload new content. And I'll see you guys next time on You Asked For It.